Yeah, now it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are saying something, Sunil.
So, Satchitananda,
Yes, yes,
nothing
yes.
but as you said, yeah.
Yeah.
In Ananda, there are different phases that I heard.
Hmm.
In that, Brahmananda is one of the Ananda where we say there is no end for that Ananda. Like in this materialistic world, uh, there always be an end for any of the Ananda that we take,
Actually,
like
this
any happiness.
Brahmananda, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna very clearly mentions it. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kankshati sama sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labate param. So this Brahmananda is actually like a neutral state. You know, it is like giving up the material miseries. That is,
Mhm.
the neutral state. You know, it is not. It is like, just like cessation of all the miseries. You come to a neutral state. And mad bhaktim labate param. So when you come, this platform, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. So when you are in this particular state of Brahma Bhuta, means you realize that you are not this body, you are a spirit soul, and you are na sochati na kankshati. Matlab, there is no lamentation and no hankering. And at
Mhm.
that stage, you can get bhakti, mad bhaktim labate param. So then you can get you can get very strongly attached to Lord Krishna. That attachment to Lord Krishna becomes very very strong at that particular point. So, and right now also we can be attached to Krishna even though we are not completely liberated. Krishna tells very
Mhm.
clearly in Bhagavad Gita, Mamchayo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samititetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So even though you are under gunas, these three modes of material nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance, when you start practicing bhakti, you transcend these three gunas and you come to Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate, you come to the Brahman platform. So the bottom line is, a soul by nature is looking for true Ananda. That is, that comes when it is in touch with Krishna, Paramatma. So Paramatma or Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu. So Vishnu Tattva. So when soul comes in touch with Vishnu, it not only transcends the gunas, and it will, after coming to the Brahman platform, it will even the attachment to Krishna becomes very very strong. So that is the point, which Bhagavad Gita mentions like that. So mainly because of identification of soul with this material world, many times we tend to think that this happiness that this body gets or this mind gets in the form of pleasures or in the form of peace, mental peace, that is all in all. That actually that is not the true happiness. The true happiness is not just sukha or shanti, but it is ananda, the inner happiness, that inner bliss. So that is the most important point. So beyond sukha and shanti is ananda. Ananda is at the level of soul. So also we'll discuss something about today's Ekadashi. So once Yudhishthir Maharaj,
Yeah, it's clear.
Yudhishthir Maharaj was been
Uh-huh.
approached by, Yudhishthir Maharaj approaches Krishna and asks about this particular Ekadashi, Pavitropan Ekadashi. So I'll just start it.
You're showing something?
Yeah, yeah,
You're
I'm
trying
just,
to share something? Okay, okay.
yes, yes.
Yeah. I don't know, like you said, Yudhishthir Maharaj has approached Lord Krishna, then
Yes, yes, yes,
uh,
exactly.
Am I missing something, or you were saying something? I did not. Yeah. Okay.
So actually, there is one king. His name is I forgot the name of the king. So this king, he wanted to have one future king. I mean, like he wanted to have a son so that he can continue on with his kingly activities. So what happened is he could not get any child. So and because of that, he becomes very morose. So then he goes to all the Brahmanas and then he starts saying, I have not committed any sin in this life and neither I got any wealth by wrong means or neither I have uh, done some offense to deities or demigods or Brahmanas. So, I mean, when I waged the war, I conquered the kingdoms. Whenever he was fighting, he was very successful, and he followed all the military rules and regulations. And he's saying that he also protected his subjects like their own children. And so everything he did, not a single law he has broken. So why is it that even though after following all the Vedic standards, I'm not having a son? Like that, he was worrying about. Worrying in, I mean, he is showing his worry. So then what happened is the Brahmanas, they went to one very great personality. His name is Lomasa Rishi. He's such a amazing Rishi that his senses are very completely under control. And he had conquered anger. And he was very expert at performing his occupational duties. And he was such a great sage that he knows all the conclusions of the Vedas. And his lifespan is like that of Brahma, Lord Brahma. I mean, it's such a long lifespan that when one day of Brahma, which is 4.3 billion years, after one day of Brahma, every hair of his body falls down. And his lifespan is till all these hairs on the body falls down. And is filled with all good qualities because he is a devotee of Lord Vishnu. So one who has devotion to Lord Vishnu, he'll have all the good qualities of all the demigods. That is the power of devotee. Not just any other qualities. Even whatever qualities you might have heard of different demigods. All the good qualities of all the demigods, they are there in devotees. So powerful. So the representatives of the king, the Brahmanas, they ask this great personality that kindly help us in this aspect of maintaining the kingdom. So then, hearing their concern, this great Rishi, he goes into meditation. And I mean, such a deep meditation that he tunes to the king's previous life. And he tells that this particular king, he was actually a merchant in his past life. And because of not having sufficient wealth, he committed some sinful activities. And he traveled to many villages for trading his goods and all. And what happened is once on a day of Ekadashi, matlab it is in the month of May, June, he became so thirsty that while traveling, he went to one very nice, beautiful pond. But there, when one cow and calf, they came to drink there, he drove
Did it
them away.
stop for me?
Yeah.
were you able to hear seamlessly, or is I'm the only one who is experiencing the lag?
Yeah, I'm able to hear your voice. My voice is audible, not audible?
No, your voice is audible, but I don't know. I like there was a freeze after you said that the king can travel to his previous birth. After that, I did not heard anything.
Yeah, I was just, you know, uh, continuing from that point only. So you are clear, right? I mean, the
Yeah, now
king
it's clear.
went to
Yeah.
uh,
Uh-huh.
king. He was getting money by wrong means, and he was trading his goods, going to different villages. And what happened is, once on a day of Ekadashi, during the month of May June, he became very thirsty, and he went to one very nice pond. But when one cow and a newborn calf came there to drink water, he uh, he just drove them away. So there
Oh,
also
that is in
there.
his previous birth.
This was in previous birth. So
Previous birth.
he
Okay.
very rudely showed them and aside, and selflessly he quenched his own thirst. So because of this offense against cow and calf, he was presently suffering. And then the Rishi tells that they have to do Ekadashi and donate the result of their and the king also should do Ekadashi, that this particular day of Pavitropana Ekadashi, and all the Brahmanas should sacrifice their results of Ekadashi to the king. And then the king and king's wife, she becomes pregnant and she'll have son. So and then the point is, the this particular pastimes of the power of this Ekadashi is mentioned. Why? Because uh, I mean, it is not just to get some material benefit of sun or whatever. It is mainly to help us understand the power of Ekadashi. So the power of Ekadashi, uh, because of the power of Ekadashi, the king could maintain the kingdom in the future also by getting a son. So that is the main point. So because of his spiritual activity, the material duties also fall in its place. That is the main point. And the power of this Ekadashi is, Lord Krishna tells that by hearing the sacredness of this Ekadashi, one can attain the benefit of performing one Ashwamedha Yajna. So big benefit, one horse sacrifice. So Krishna says that at the dawn of Dwapar Yuga, there lived a king. He starts like this, and this king name is Mahijita, Mahijita, and his kingdom name is Mahismati Puri.
Mahishmati Puri. Yeah,
Mahismati.
yeah. Now I understood this story. Okay, okay,
And
okay.
the Putra matlab the son is actually why we call Putra is Pu matlab there is one hell which is by the name Pu, and Tra matlab to deliver. So Putra matlab one who delivers his father from the hell called Pu. That's why it is called as Putra. So
What we say
Putra,
in Telugu is Punnami Narkam Ninchi Kapadevadu Putrudu. Punnami Narkam. What we say is hell. Punnami hell, whoever saves from that hell is a son actually, Putrudu.
main point is, he saves from that hell, who hell say he'll deliver. So that's why it is he that is the main responsibility. It is said that when a son or putra, if he doesn't deliver his father or mother, then that same son is considered he is not considered putra, he is considered a mutra. Shastras say that, because putra and mutra, they come from the same area. So the point is, when one becomes a devotee of God, when one becomes devotee of Lord Krishna, then he can deliver his parents. Lord Narasimhadev tells to Prahlad Maharaj, Tri Sapta Pita Pota. Because of your becoming a devotee, 3 sapta, matlab 3 into 7, 21 generations of your fathers and 21 generations in your family are delivered. So devotee has you know powerful strength actually. It is not just father or mother also. So generally people do this Pindadan and all these things. But by becoming a devotee of Lord Vishnu, one delivers not just father or forefather, I mean like grandfather, uh, 21 generations of all the forefathers are taken care. Such a power, devotee has. So today it's a very auspicious day. So you can think of Balram Jayanti, which is coming on 3rd of August. On this auspicious day of Balram Jayanti, you can increase the number of rounds. Whatever rounds you are chanting, you can increase them to moving towards 16 rounds. And if you are not chanting, you can start chanting. You can start chanting with whatever number of rounds. So uh, this auspicious days, Madhav Tithi, like Balram Jayanti, Ekadashi, Janmashtami, these are the wonderful opportunities where we can move more and more closer to Supreme Lord. So these are very, very big opportunities. Ekadashis and Janmashtami, Rajashtami, Balram Jayanti. So any question you'd like to ask? I'll just conclude what I spoke till now. I started a discussion with discussing about the form of God. I see some marks on your body, Manish. You fell down somewhere? Something happened? Just a minute. I was unable to hear your voice. Your voice is off. You are muted actually.
Sorry. By seeing that Krishna poster, my child was drawing in a similar way on my face.
Oh, okay. My lord. Okay. I was really.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the cut on your throat. I was like horrified actually.
Cut and all these things. There was a Krishna, all dots were there, right, on the cheeks, forehead, etc.
Okay.
Krishna poster initially when you put. So she was saying that I'm drawing in a similar fashion on my face.
Okay.
I thought you noticed that in between.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I was not so attentive at that time. So I was saying about Ekadashi. How Ekadashi is 11 days after New Moon Day or 11 days after Full Moon Day, and the importance of Ekadashi we discussed, and then I connected the discussion to the form of God, and then I concluded discussion with the discussion about this Pavitra Ekadashi. So and how Ekadashis and the special days, they help us go closer and closer towards God.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So I will call you Guruji. I meant to say
Okay.
after this call I will call you sometime in today itself.
So also
sometime.
one thing I wanted to say is you can install this Vaishnav calendar.
I already installed. I already have that.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So Samit, you could install if you
Yeah, I have also installed.
Oh, very
installed
nice.
that one.
So you'll get all these notifications, like in Balram Jayanti, Janmashtami, and Rajashtami, all the notifications will be getting Ekadashi and all.
Yes.
So it will be very helpful actually. And if possible, you can get Srimad Bhagavatam on this 2nd of September. You can make sure that you can receive Srimad Bhagavatam on 2nd of September. Right? So I'll conclude the discussion. In case you have any questions or you'd like to say something, I'll be very happy to discuss. Samvit or Panish.
I'm all set, Guruji. I will call you over mobile. Like
Ah,
I
yes,
have
yes,
one
yes.
doubt, but yeah, that is outside to this one. So
Sure, sure, sure.
yeah.
You're most welcome. I'll be.
Yeah.
Actually,
Samvit,
today I have not listened properly, Prabhuji. Yeah, actually, in between I have some other calls, actually office calls.
no
So I
problem.
jumped into
I'll
that.
send you. I'll send you the recording. I have a recording and I'll upload it and I'll send to all of you. I'll send to this group. You can whenever you get gap tomorrow morning, you can get. You
Yeah.
can just take out 1 hour time and you can hear the lecture.
Yes, yes.
I was mainly discussing about Ekadashi, importance of Ekadashi. So we'll conclude the discussion, right? We'll meet on Saturday evening, 7 p.m. And also, whenever you want, you can call me. I'm always available. Just after morning 10 o'clock, I'm available any part of the day. Till
Okay, okay. Okay, Prabhuji.
morning 10 o'clock till 9 o'clock you can call till 8:30 9 o'clock. So I'll conclude the session now.
So, Prabhuji, is there any plan of construction over there, a new temple over there where you are staying?
Oh, here. Yeah, I think there is a plan actually, plan of construction. It was going on actually.
Yes. Yeah, actually, on that day, just going through the Google map, then I found actually a lot of construction has been already done in Sapurji, other apartments are also there. Many
Oh
things
yes, yes,
actually.
yeah. Yeah, it was going on
Then I
actually.
thought like ISKCON's Gosala, it is mentioned over there. Then I thought, okay, it's a big place and in a prime area means something need to be constructed, it seems.
Yeah, there is a desire of Srila Prabhupada for a big temple in Calcutta. I think. So there are some movements that are going on.
Okay,
You
okay.
can pray to Lord, that
But that areas, surrounding areas, all are by Muslims.
oh, is it? Actually, those things are always there somewhere. See, in fact, during Lord Chaitanya's time, there are Muslim rulers. What to speak of, and Lord Chaitanya, he never, sort of discriminated. In fact, there is one very great devotee of, Lord Krishna, who is from Muslim family. Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, who is from Muslim family, Lord Chaitanya made him Namacharya. Namacharya. So, Bhakti is beyond all the religions and all the.
Yeah, in many ways it is there. In Odisha also, in the Bhakti culture, we also heard that
Khaja,
that
Khaja.
Salavega.
He
No,
said
no,
no, Khaja.
Salavega.
I think Salvega only he offers this, some sweet or something, and then he
No, no,
says,
no.
this
That
Khaja.
is no, no. That is different. That is different.
Acha.
And Salavega story is different. Like Salavega, as a Muslim, he was not allowed to enter the temple. Actually, Jagannath temple.
Right, yeah.
So when he is coming, actually, he's just thinking, okay, the Rath Yatra will finish and he will not be able to see the deity. So he prayed to the deity like Ratha that Ratha should not move. So it was there in that place, and he come and he just like no,
Yeah, he
like
prays to Lord, and Lord himself stops Ratha at
exactly, exactly.
yeah, that is actually there are very great devotees.
These are recent days. It is not much old also. much
yeah.
old story.
True. Yeah.
Recent around this, like no 60 70 year only, not
Salvega,
60
Sal.
70. Salvega. And he
Mhm.
has written also many of that, like the bhajans also, in Odia as well, like classical Odia literature. He has written also many more bhajans as well,
Acha. Uh-huh.
for that, on that, uh, like Jagannath only.
Acha. Great. Amazing. Actually, there are many great devotees.
Hmm.
Namacharya, Hardas Thakur, Salvega, and like this. Even in South India, there is
Recently,
Kanakadas.
Prabhuji,
You heard of Kanakadas? Kanakadas
as
in
no, I have not.
there is one place in Udupi. I mean, maybe in
Hmm.
Udupi main temple there is one Kanaka Kindi. There is a hole uh, which is on the name of Kanakadas. He is a pure devotee. So this devotee is actually born in a lower family, and he was also not alone. And then Lord, Supreme Lord, he does about ton, and he does about ton, and because of that about ton, what happens? Why he does about ton is this Kanakadas was there behind the wall of the temple. So,
Okay.
and it was this wall is at the back of the main altar where Lord Krishna is standing. So when Lord Krishna does about turn, the altar, the altar, there will be a hole on the altar, and behind that there will be a wall. Where the wall also there will be a hole, by the arrangement of Supreme Lord. The wall, it opens, it breaks actually, breaks open. And then this Kanakadas, he takes darshan of Udupi Krishna. That was,
Even like recent days also, Prabhuji, like I have heard, now that Sivananda Swami was there, no, in Karnataka, who has died recently in Feb or like that.
I don't know actually. Shivananda
Uh,
Swami.
yeah, it was also like in that mutt also. It is a mutt kind of thing, and in that mutt also, who is that present Mathadis became, no, he is also a Muslim only.
Acha. Oh, is it?
Uh, since long he was a devotee, and he became the like
Hmm.
Mathadis of that mutt.
Mathadipati. Yeah. Actually, there are very sincere. In fact, the one thing is uh, this. Many of the mm, unnecessary hatred and all those things, no, they're
Mm-hmm.
actually because of not practicing religion deeply. If one
Exactly.
practices religion, one goes deep into the religion, and when one loves
Mm-hmm.
God, so then one will love everybody in relation to God. So,
Mm-hmm.
of course, whether it is in our religion or whether it is in their religion or any other religion, whatever hatred and killings and all these things happen, it is mainly because they are not truly practicing religion. They're only on a superficial
Mm-hmm.
level, and not only that, it is not that they're mm, uh, fond of their religion or something, or fond of God or something like that. It is not
Mm-hmm.
practicing the religion properly and seeing the superficials of the religion in relation to them, because I am practicing it, because it is this particular religion is in relation to me, that I that I that
Mm-hmm.
self-centeredness, that I
Mm-hmm.
consciousness is what is completely wrong. It is completely against the religion actually. Religion means completely selfless. It is God consciousness. It is Krishna consciousness. Selfless, becoming
Mm-hmm.
conscious of God. It is going deep
Mm-hmm.
into the religion and becoming completely selfless, loving God, and then when you love God, then you see everyone in relation to God. That's how one becomes completely selfless. or else on a superficial level to to just say that Hindu Muslim bye bye, or to for a rich man to love some poor man with full of tattered clothes. It is all like drama actually. It is not
Exactly.
yeah, it is on superficial platform. It is not possible actually. One has to go deep into his spiritual practices. Actually, uh, the foolishness in the present day scenario is just in order to stop all this, you know, fights and all. They say they, instead of going deep into the religion, they're completely giving up religion. That means,
Yeah, exactly.
at least, at this platform of religion, there are at least, some center of Islam or Hindu or Christianity. But now, when there is no religion on the name of secularism, everybody
Uh,
everybody is having his own religion.
yes.
The point is, everybody is having his own conception of religion, his own conception of what religion is, what God is, and all. And not just three centers. There are infinite centers. With this particular secularism conception, it leads to complete insecurity of fear of everyone else around them, not just other religion also. Everyone other, because there is no commonality, there is no common center. That's it. Everybody is against everybody else. So the secularism is actually insecurity in disguise. In secularism, it is all foolishness actually. So one has to go deep into the religion, and then one can flush out all these differences. So yeah, there are many great personalities in in our history, who are very wonderful devotees of God. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I was saying this. You are saying about this Goshala and all this. So they're there. I will. Of course, one important thing is there are different levels actually. Even though there is first class or seventh class or 10th class, they're on the same path, moving towards higher studies and all. But still, there are differences. There is first class is different from seventh class or 10th class in a very similar way. So, when someone is not doing even basic things, then one has been taught ABCDs and little things. So those people who are like very at a lower level, so they have been taught this education of Quran says this: one should not have sex with one's own sister or mother, or one should eat meat by cutting it into 7 parts and taking only one part and giving the other part. So all the basic things have been taught in Islam. So that is like one level, and little higher level you can see in Bible. Bible says that thou shall not kill. So there is no question of killing only. So that is little advanced. And of course Bhagavad Gita, Krishna very clearly tells that you are not this body, you are a spirit soul. So it is completely beyond the bodily condition. So it is little by little. It is like PhD level actually, Bhagavad Gita. So all are there on the same path, and there is no question of hating one another, but rather one should help each other. So I mean, the higher, the more advanced person can help the one who is in lower level, and the lower level person should surrender. I mean, should approach the right person, and he can take guidance from him. Like in ISKCON you can see there are so many Muslims. Like there are devotees who are preaching in Pakistan. There are devotees. You heard of Sarvam Bro?
No.
He's actually one of the very great preacher in our ISKCON, Sarvam Bro. So he has taken a lot of risk going to Pakistan and preaching there. and there are devotees who are preaching in China also. China, my lord, such atheism, and there are devotees who are preaching in Russia. During communistic days, there are so many struggles. So the point is, there is no question of any differences in anybody can practice. We give opportunity to everybody, actually, like that.
Oh, yeah. Mm. And that is that the beauty of Hinduism also. They won't stop actually anybody. Like other religion, they do like no, they like try to convert and all. Because of this only, if you see in Russia and all, also like this is quite famous now. It is becoming like no, slowly they are adopting it.
Yeah.
Western countries like USA, Russia, in Europe as well, in Africa also some countries as well they are
Australia,
adopting
yeah.
it.
Then many of them actually, yes. Actually, one thing is because of some wrong representation of religion by some so-called Brahmanas in the past, who are like very
Yes.
fanatic and very hateful. So people misunderstood
Mm.
Hinduism.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, when one is properly practicing, one doesn't become like a fanatic or sentimentalist like that. One will not hate, he'll be compassionate and loving and he'll be encouraging it. And of course, the other side is the lower caste people. They also trespass some courts. It is not like just one-sided, but the lower caste people they
Yeah.
also trespass and they also did. I mean, they got AIDS and all these things. They did wrong things and they got AIDS. So and because of that, there was some sort of hatred also, and there was misunderstanding. And it's the age of Kali, right? So there was
Yes. Yes.
so many things happened. Like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why there was the unfortunate situation. But when one keeps God in the center, and one Lord Chaitanya says Achintya Veda and Abeda, means there is Abeda at the level of soul, and there is Veda at the
Mm-hmm.
level of one's occupation. Like someone is Brahminical or someone is like Kshatriya, someone is like Vaishya. He wants to. Someone is Shudra, he wants to do some work or some other small service. There's different occupations are there, but there is Veda at superficial level, and there is Abeda at a deeper level. That is, so there is Achintya, Veda, and Abeda. That is complete philosophy which Lord Chaitanya has given.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In fact, the Lord Krishna tells this: any society, these four people are there. Chatur Varna Maya Srisham. Guna Karma Vibhagati.
Yes.
You
Yes.
cannot avoid
Yes.
these four categories.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It is. It's like